What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here with season 2 episode Dose 2 of Vinland Saga. It was an excellent opening for season 2 for episode 1. As I said, man, I am ready for this season. Drop the lore, baby. You know what I'm saying? Drop the lore, drop the character development. I am ready for it this season. Vinland Saga, I believe, doesn't get the credit that it deserves most of the time with other people, but it is what it is. We are here to celebrate a great anime. I believe that Vinland Saga should be the next Attack on Titan, not necessarily in popularity, but at the very least in storytelling. I think they do an excellent job of storytelling and character development through the first season alone. If you take away the action part of it, I don't think you're missing that much. The action was great because his father was great, you know what I'm saying? And also the um the scenes, you know, between, of course, Askeladd and Thorfinn and Thorkel, all of those fights are great. But if those things weren't, like, they weren't the highlight of the season for me. It's just the story build up, the Canute situation with the king as well, the king that got killed at the end of season 1 as well. Just great stuff. They just did an excellent job. So I'm here for the character development and the storytelling in the show. Now we have Thorfinn. Seems like he's a slave, but I don't think he's really a slave though. I think he's just working somewhere. He probably volunteered to do this. Probably, I don't know, maybe he is a slave, who knows. But I mean, the first episode was named Slave, then we got introduced to a new character, but let's see where this leads us. Anyways, guys, if you want to watch more anime of Vinland Saga, or anything for that matter, we are here to stay. Hopefully you guys stick around for more things on the channel. We just started watching The Last of Us. If you're a Last of Us game fan, which is the series just started yesterday, so make sure you go and check that out. That is a video, that last video out on the channel, so you can go check that out. Anyways, guys, we watch anime around here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the reaction, and I will see you guys right after for the review. Damn, man, Thorfinn just looked like the saddest person on earth, bruh.
エイナル、ここが何に見える？ここはな、未来の小麦畑だ。この森はわしの所有物だ。一切任せる。この土地を買い込む、運用し収穫を上げろ。わしが正しい値段で買い上げる。
自分で自分をって、つまり。
So he's giving them an opportunity to be free. Okay.
そうだ。自分の力と正しい手続きで自由になれ。
3 years.
借地代は最初の収穫まで待ってやろう。
いえ、ありがとうございます。頑張ります。
トルフィン、エイナルによくしてやるんだぞ。いいな。
はい。
デンマークじゃ当たり前なのか。俺の故郷にも奴隷はいたけど、奴隷はずっと奴隷のままだった。すげえな。もうかなり切ってるじゃないか。あとどれくらいなんだ。
こっち側全部だ。
こっち側？
そこに川があるだろ。その川からこっち側全部だ。
川からこっち側、それって。
Yeah, I mean all of it.
なあ、ここの昼飯はどうなってんだ。
あるよ。そろそろ奉公人が持ってくる。
本当かよ。
Oh,
至れり尽くせりだな。
あれじゃねえか、新入りってのは。ああ、そうみたいっすね。アホ面だ。奴隷の面だな。
何ですかこれ。
弁当だ、お前らの。
he was just eating that.
じゃ、今夜結構だからね。
こんだけ。
なんだ、文句あんのか、おい。
In all situations, there's always an S.
ああ、だとよ。食えるだけマシなお前らに自由民の俺たちがわざわざ弁当を届けてやったんだ。まずは礼だろ、礼。なんだその目は。てめえ。
いただきます。どうもありがとうございます。
トルフィン、そいつに礼儀を教えとけよ。あと馬、怪我させんじゃねえぞ。
はい。
Einar got serious anger issues. Y'all learn to calm down. I get it, man, but sometimes you just gotta let it be. Set any fires or anything like that.
川岸まで運んだらイカダにする。
この木、もう少し来た方がいいんじゃないか。
木は旦那のものだ。勝手に短くはできない。
ああ、これあいつらの仕事じゃないのか。
いいから行くぞ。エイナル。
おお。
エイナル、前を持ち上げてくれ。
わかった。
行くぞ。
Brother, man. Imagine, he was doing this by himself before.
あいつら、絶対許せねえ。俺の昼飯食いやがって。俺らをいじめて、自分たちより下がいるってことを確かめてるんだぜ。あ、トルフィン、お前もそう思うだろ。
さあ、どうでもいいよ、そんなこと。
どうでもいいことあるかよ。奉公人なんかがこき使っていいわけがねえ。旦那に言いつけてやる。
やめとけ。嫌がらせがひどくなるだけだ。
Thorfinn is.
エイナル、トルフィン。
旦那様。
Where did the fire go,
どうだエイ
man?
ナル、一日過ごしてみた感想は。
今日こちらの奉公人が。
Let a woman stop you in your tracks. Well, goddamn. Einar is in love. Oh, God.
何もないならわしは行くぞ。
Probably she reminds him of his sister.
報告はいいのか。
うせえ。
ああ、こら違う違う。何度も言わせるな、オールマル。
んだよ、言われた通りやってんじゃねえか。
バカモン。麦の後は放牧だ。切り株を長めに残しておくのは後で家畜に食わせるためなんだぞ。
せえな、分かってんよ。段取り完璧っすよ。
人の話を謙虚に聞かんか。そんな
This
こ
is
と
son.
で人の上に立つ人間には。
はいはいはい、膝下ね。
旦那のこのオルマルだ。
ああ、親子か。
ああ、やってらんねえ。俺がいつ継がせてくれって頼んだよ。ああ、大の男がちまちまちまちまちまちまちまちま野良仕事やってられっかっつーの。あれ
Damn, you can't even pull it out.
ねえ、何やってるの？
Omar.
剣で鳴りやがってやんだよ。
オールマル。待てんか。
こんなど田舎で一生終わってたまるかよ。クルート王帝殿下の軍団に加わって バシバシ手柄を上げてやるぜ。
若様、近いうちっていつ？
近いうちは近いうちだ。そのうちハラルド王が援軍の船を招集するはずだ。
ねえ、来て、もう一回。
おお、よしよし、いいぞ若娘。しかしこれで我が家も安泰だな。
本当にね、このまま若様が通い続けてくだされば。
Setting up their daughter with the with the son.
うちの娘が何か粗相でも。
うるせえボケてめえらの魂胆は分かってんだよ。ケティル一族と親戚になりゃ贅沢できるってか。
そのような方は決して。
Oh no.
おとなしく後継ぎはいいもんよ。戦争を知らねえんだ。戦士がかっこいいもんだと思い込んでんだろ。戦争するやつはみんなけだものだ。昔俺の住んでた村に2度兵隊が来た。イングランド王の軍勢に村中の家を焼かれた。親父は戦ったけど殺されちまった。次に来たのがデーン人の軍勢だ。役立つの限りを尽くして生きやがった。あいつらは人の皮をかぶったけだものだ。
Yeah, I have no idea how much you have in common with this kid. Vinland Saga Season 2 Episode 2. So far I'm loving it. I'm loving the pacing. Just overall loving it, right? They're going above and beyond to really tell this story, and I can see that, and I'm being patient. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I am patiently waiting for it to happen. I like this time that they're taking to potentially build up the relationship between Einar and Thorfinn, because it's needed. And also, I don't know, I think this new character here, Olnar, whatever his name is, I think he's going to be somewhat significant as well, because they're introducing him as the farmer's son, the king's son, if you will. You know, riches, whatever. I think maybe something is going to happen, and he's probably gonna roll with him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this farm gets attacked, and they're gonna have to step up and defend. You know what I'm saying? And that's how their bond is going to get even deeper. You know, now I'm not casting any judgment or anything like that, or hoping that the farm gets attacked. I don't want it to get attacked. I'm just saying maybe that's the reason why they emphasized that a little bit in this episode, with Einar, you know, reflecting on what happened to his village and stuff like that, and talking about what war is. You know what I mean? Because, you know, some people talk about that stuff as if it's, you know, oh, I'm going to war. Oh, I'm ready to go to war. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go kill some people, or however they want to talk about it. But they don't understand that war, that stuff, it changes you, man. I have no desire for war. I'm all about peace. You know what I'm saying? Even though if push comes to shove, yes, I would have to step up, if you will. You know, one of the most interesting thing I heard somebody talking about the other day, which really got my blood riled up a little bit, because this guy was talking out of not even necessary ignorance. It's just his viewpoint was just so stupid. You know what I'm saying? As you know, because we are living in a time now where you know, they talk about how peace creates soft men, right? Which I believe is very true, because when men don't have to be men, and rightly so. We don't have to worry about going to war. You know what I'm saying? We're not, you know, being born in a country. I'm not talking about like I'm talking about the US, right? We're not being born in a country or migrating to this country thinking, oh, we're gonna be in a war. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not raised in that manner thinking that. You know what I'm saying? You're more enjoying, you know what I'm saying, it's the land of the free, right? Home of the brave. But his comment was that simply that if it comes to that, right, he thinks that they would just rise to the occasion. I think you have a rude awakening, sir. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a rude awakening for people who don't understand that, you know, people think that a lot of people that go to like World War II, like the guys that were drafted, or even the ones that volunteered, a lot of those guys, they were pissing their pants, man. You get what I'm saying? And those are guys that were essentially, they were born during war times when countries were still, you know what I'm saying, going at each other for power and stuff like that, until the whole Germany situation. But either way, you know what I'm saying, in those times, people kind of expected war at any time. Like, this was the height of military, you know, stuff, right? I just couldn't find a word for that, but you get what I'm saying, right? So when you say that you believe that men will rise to the occasion, I think what are you gonna do? Go get the transsexuals and the gays and the I mean, look at the society that we live in today. I hate to bring this up here, but it's just something that you know, popped into my head just now, because it was very recent. But these guys, you think they're the ones that's going to jump up and ready to defend the country, right? Those are the guys that you think are going to step up to the occasion. Let's be real about this. Look at the direction that, you know, these first world countries are going in with all of this gender identity and all this other stuff that's confusing as hell, right? More than likely, a lot of these people are going to say, I shouldn't be drafted because I identify as a woman, right? Because they don't want to go to war. You think they're going to rise to the occasion and be like, oh, let's go to war, let's fight. Yeah, sure. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And you can't make a statement like that and not considering everything that is going on. Look at all the different changes and stuff that is going on in our in the US right now. The stuff that people are fighting for is just so, you know what I'm saying, a lot of it, I'm not saying everything, but a lot of it is very silly. You know what I'm saying? And I hate it if you're one of those that watch my channel and, you know what I'm saying, you might take offense to the fact that I'm saying this, right? I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Military life is no joke. I've been around it my entire life. I was in semi-military school, so I understand to a certain degree. You get what I'm saying? I've been to military camps. I've been on the scene. I've been through the in a very grueling manner. And the thing about it is this, right? People think that stuff is the training that you're gonna have to go through, right? And it's gonna be quick. If there should ever, like, say for instance, World War III should happen, and you get drafted, right? You're gonna have to get in shape. You're gonna have to get with it quickly, else you're more than likely to die during this war, because you're not prepared. You're just gonna be essentially just foot soldiers, more bodies to put in front of the enemy. People don't look at that perspective. Of course, I don't want a war, but if it should happen, how many of us are going to be prepared for that if we all gotta go and fight as men? Do you really think that the country is going to care that you? No, they're not going to care. You're gonna want them to care, about that stuff, but they're not going to care. You get what I'm saying? You're going to want them to care about all this gender identity and that you're gay or whatever the situation is. You're going to want them to care. You're going to want those rights to, you know what I'm saying, to be able to pull on those rights at that point. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because if you're an able-bodied man, if you have testosterone at the level of what a male should have testosterone, you're going to war. You know what I'm saying? And I'm laughing because when you say that stuff to people, people don't actually really think things through and understand. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that you're gonna be chosen regardless. You know what I'm saying? It would be the quickest turnaround you'll ever see of anything that went in, you know, those people's favor and stuff like that. Laws have changed. It would be the quickest turnaround you will see. We would go back to being, you know what I'm saying, to being, you know, just male and female real quick. So all you guys out there that are identifying as cats and dogs and, you know, with little girls or whatever it is you want to identify as, you will wise up real quick, because they ain't gonna care, because they need bodies. They're gonna need bodies. You understand what I'm saying? Say for instance, you know what I'm saying, and I'm just putting it out there. Suppose something like China, somewhere like China, right, should invade. That's billions. Their army, they got the biggest army in the world currently. They might not be the most feared army, but they have the biggest army in the world. If they should decide to invade the US, right, we gonna need them bodies. It's 300 million of us. You know what I'm saying? It's 300 million of us, and how many of those are men? Maybe like 100 and something million, I believe, in the country right now. Right, I think it's like 100 million men in the US right now. They gonna need bodies. You understand what I'm saying? To throw at the enemy, man. You know? So I'm only hoping and praying that nothing like that. We've come close a couple of times. Let's just be honest. We've come close to it a couple of times. So, you know, I know I'm kind of going off a little bit off topic, but I stayed kind of on topic. But Einar reflecting about war and talking about our owners, talking about it like it's just this grandeur thing and, you know, getting glory. And bruh, war is not a joke. Thorfinn knows it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? That is no joke. You know what I mean? People die for real, for real. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's true. I hate to talk about it in this manner, you know, and people are allowed to do whatever they want to do. So let me clarify that. I'm not telling you you can't identify what you can, that you want to identify as, right? You can do that. But understand that if these things do happen, like if war is supposed to break out, you're going to be needed. You can't be like, oh, I'm a guy that identifies as a woman and you think you're not going to get drafted because of that. Nope. Trust me. You got the muscle mass. You got them cheekbones. They're going to throw all that out the window to get them bodies. Trust me. And you going to be stuck. You know, probably if you refuse, you're going to end up in jail. That's just what it is. I just have a strong feeling that's what would happen. All of those things that, you know, they're fighting for, that you guys are fighting for and all this other stuff. Like, I think all of that would go out the window if a war should ever occur. As a matter of fact, I think you guys should want to fight for your country, to be honest. But I know for a fact, because peace times create soft men, including, you know, to a certain extent myself, you know, getting, you know, bellies and stuff like that. you know. But the thing about it is that if I'm called upon, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to do it. I'm not going to shy away from it, because I know what needs to be done and what is necessary. I know that I would be needed. So even though, possibility on day one, I probably would die. Hey, man, it is what it is, right? We've enjoyed freedom for so long. You know what I mean? So I'm just being real about the situation. Some people can't reflect and be real on, if things should possibly happen, what would you do? You know what I mean? But I feel like I would be up to the task because I have a little bit of military training, not full on, but I know kind of what it takes. I've never been in a war, never went into like a live battle situation or anything like that. But man, have I heard stories till my ear. You know what I'm saying? It's when you hear like veterans talk about the stuff that they go through, man, whether it's whether it's back then in like World War II, or whether it's just going on individual missions. I've had the privilege of talking to Navy SEALs, US Marines, you know what I'm saying, and just hearing what those guys say, what it's like to prepare for a mission, the mental things that they got to do and stuff like that, just to get themselves situated. And still, the majority of these guys, they have massive PTSD. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy to think that you live in this posh life, sitting here making videos, to get called into that and not be affected by it. You get what I'm saying? It'll be tough for you not to be affected by this, even if you do survive afterwards. So just putting things into perspective there. But hey, if you guys have any thoughts on this, what do you think about the comments? And this is what I like about shows like this, because it causes you to think of things that you probably never would never think about normally. You know what I mean? But either way, you know what I mean, it is what it is. I will digress. I will see you guys later, man. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think in the comment section of my thoughts on this episode. Thorfinn and Einar, man, best friends forever, because the master said so. I'll see you guys later, man. Peace.